Hi, it's Maggie here again. We've reached the 10th episode of Thoughts from a Changing Mind. I hope you've enjoyed the previous 9 episodes and certainly come a long way in those 9 episodes so far. And hopefully we'll keep these going. And thank you for the feedback I've received from people who've seen these so far. It's most encouraging and it certainly helps me, and I'm told that it helps other people too. So great, that's the main purpose. I'm actually recording this before I fly out to meet someone in Arizona who I'm hoping is going to be very special. I'm going to spend the Memorial Day weekend with her, and I'm very excited. I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground, but at the same time, I'm very hopeful. And considering the comments I've made before about not knowing whether anyone was out there for me and everything else, it's so encouraging and wonderful, and I can't wait to see how this all pans out. So keep your fingers crossed for me, and then next video I'll update you with how it went, and say God willing it'll be all positive. But the main reason I'm recording this now is because in the last few weeks there's been lots of ups and downs, both mentally and with things I've been doing and everything else, and it's good that I think I may have mentioned in the last one that I've been able to bounce back from things a little bit quicker and easier because of having a support network and having the ability to actually verbalize things when they go wrong, and it helps me to analyze them and get extra opinions and then learn a lesson and move on. So it doesn't affect me for as long. I understand I'm very lucky, not everyone has that kind of support network. But another thing that struck me in these last few episodes of things going wrong and everything else is just how easy it is to get overwhelmed by things that are going on, the things you've got to do, worries that you have. It's very easy to get, as I say, overwhelmed, swamped by it all, and think that there's no way out. And we're always taught, conditioned almost, to believe the worst, and that why should anything get better, and a lot of people end up therefore being pessimists, and it gets to be a matter of I know I'm not alone in sometimes you've got these things you need to do, but you're so overwhelmed by the task that you worry about it so much that you get depressed, so therefore it doesn't motivate you to do it, and therefore because you're not doing it you get more depressed and irritated with yourself, and so the cycle goes on and on. And it's very, very easy to just do nothing and give yourself a hard time for doing nothing or doing little. And the thing, as I say, that struck me is that sometimes it's just the little achievements that you have to celebrate. Some days it can be as simple as you got out of bed, and in your normal depressed, overwhelmed mindset you might think, I've done nothing today. All I did was get out of bed, and all those other things I was supposed to do I didn't get to. Whereas what we should do is take the win and say, I got up today. I could easily have just stayed in bed and done absolutely nothing, but I actually got up out of bed. And then you can move that on, saying, not only did I get up and out of bed, but I got dressed, or I actually went out for a little while, just spent some time in the yard. Even if you didn't do anything in the yard, just got out and got some fresh air. I went to the shops. It might be a very small thing in all the list of things you have to do, but each one of those little things is a win, and you should celebrate it and use those wins to motivate you to move on to something else. I mean, I am trying to do some work on my house so I can get it ready to sell. And some of the tasks that were facing me were huge, and I didn't know I had the ability to do them. And normally when I've done things in the past, they've gone wrong and it's just gone escalated, and it's all extra cost which you can't afford, and then the whole thing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you end up doing nothing because you're scared. But the last few weeks, I've just chipped away at it. I've just done a little bit and thought, that didn't go too badly. Or I've done a little bit and it went a bit off, but I worked through it, and in the end, I sorted it out. It may have been, a bit of a saga, but I still did it. And I've got to learn to take the win, so that then you say, okay, look what I achieved. And now you can move on to do something else. And whether it's working on the house or working on your own image or your own self-confidence, each thing can be done the same way. Sometimes you need to be kind to yourself and not expect yourself to do everything all at once, and certainly not do everything perfectly. Just try, and the fact that you tried is sometimes enough. Be kind to yourself. Take the win. Don't condition yourself to regard everything as a failure and a loss. Look at what you've actually achieved and use that to just achieve that little bit more next time, and then a little bit more after that. Don't look at the overall thing, just look at the tiny little things. Before you know it, you've got to the goal that you were looking at in the first place, and it's a lot of times a lot simpler than you were ever thinking about. And you wonder, what was all the worry about? Just try not to get overwhelmed. Just break it down into very simple pieces and allow yourself to do it a little at a time. And that is not wrong. It's beneficial, it's healthy. And then you just build your confidence bit by bit, day by day. And before you know it, you're feeling better, you're more confident, you will shine. So that's what I was thinking about. Take the win, however small. Be happy with that, and know that you're not alone in feeling overwhelmed, but there is a way out. And the fact that I'm going to see this lovely lady in Arizona is another case in point, like I said, because I didn't know that I was going to have this opportunity. I didn't know that I was going to be this lucky. And look what's happened, just because I'm being my true self and I'm happy. So it's possible, it can happen to you. I'm not special, but you are. So anyway, that'll do for now. Big hugs to everyone. I'll talk to you all again soon, all right? Bye for now. Bye.